Hello everyone, especially to network marketers. If you know someone who puts off making their calls and who maybe is stuck and they don't know why, or they're tired of struggling, or they have a painful conflict between where they want it to be and where their life really is, and they want to shorten their learning curve, then I want to ask you a favor. I'd like to let you know what I do, so in case you run across the right person, that you could refer them to me. I am Bess McCarty, also called the Shrink of MLM. I'm a body-mind therapist and a coach for 30 years. I've been coaching network marketers for 10 years, one-on-one, and in my school, the MLM Millionaire Club. I help people break through stuck places fast, to shorten their learning curve, to help them get there faster, easier, better, and farther, and to turn fear and negative beliefs into results. Hi, Michael. Glad to see you. Welcome. So here's my story. I was real shy as a kid. I was so shy that when company would come over, I would hide out in my room. So I feared criticism. I feared that I wasn't good enough or wasn't going to be approved of, that I didn't measure up, that I wouldn't be liked. So I hid out, but very safe but very lonely. So how did I get from that to going door to door in network marketing and becoming a teacher and a trainer in it? Well, I had to do my personal growth work. And I found out that, I really ended up loving it and won a cruise to the Bahamas, too, with my network marketing business. So I became a full-time network marketer for years, and that really helped me raise my son as a single mom. Then my company went out of business. And I became a body-mind therapist so that I could work on my own stuff and learn more and also help other people. In working with me and my clients and my students, I developed a process that I called Real Conversations to help people get from stuck to solution in minutes, real quick. And I trademarked that. I also became a body-mind therapist, a minister, a teacher, a trainer, and a coach for 30 years. My niche is, well, my business coach said, well, you've got a niche down. I said, well, I coach everybody. He said, well, you've got a niche down. I said, okay, I'll coach business people then, because it's tax deductible for them. And I said, you have to niche down further than that. So I said, okay, I want to coach network marketers because I was one, and because you guys are my heroes. You face yourselves every day. And I don't know a better personal growth program than network marketing, so that's right up my alley. So I decided to coach network marketers who get stuck. Well, yeah. So I decided to coach network marketers. At the time, I was living with my fiance in Austin, Texas, and he actually was ashamed of me, ashamed of what I did. I found out when I had decided to niche down and coach network marketers. He was a little ashamed to tell his company people at our dinners and everything that we'd go to exactly what I did. So I went through a lot of soul searching for a couple of weeks about, do I really want to work with network marketers? There's a stigma out there, are they, am I up for facing that? And I realized that I am. So it strengthened me, actually. So I'm grateful for that experience. Thank you for the likes and loves. I really appreciate that. And I love any comments that you have too. I'll take any questions or answers in a little bit. Questions too, or comments that you might have. So I'd love to know where you're from. And if you're watching the replay, I'd love to hear that. So I began doing, as a body-mind therapist, I began doing breakthroughs very similar to what Tony Robbins does. And I have a real deep process that I call my mental clearing. We go way deep into childhood and dig up these old subconscious patterns and replace them with the positive. I know somebody that's having their plumbing done right now in their house, my nephew and his family. 2 children and a very pregnant wife, and now they have to dig up all of their house to replace the plumbing everywhere. And so the whole house is getting a renovation. And his wife said, actually, this is a good thing because we did want to renovate. We did want to get the house more like we wanted it. So we're looking at this as an opportunity to do that. And that's what breakthroughs I found out are like. You know, it looks worse to start. It's a bit of work and everything gets kind of torn up and it looks worse to start, but it's worth it in the end. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. So glad to see everybody here. So that's what the work that I do with people is like especially the mental clearing. We go deep into childhood and dig up this old stuff and replace the old plumbing with the good plumbing that will work. In fact, I helped, here's a couple of quick interesting stories of people that I helped. One man came to me and he had a fear of heights since he was a child. He could not go downtown in his business. He could not be around high-rise buildings or go up in elevators, and so it really hampered his business life. For all of his adult life, for like 40 years, it hampered his business life. And he went to the top experts at UCSD and La Jolla, and they could not help him with this. One session with me, we got 80% of it gone, and a couple more sessions later, and it finished it. So then he wrote me that for the first time in his life, he is able to go up, to go downtown and work and go up in the elevators and has no problem, no fear of heights anymore. It's like 99% gone. Another man was sent to me by his chiropractor who knew the work that I did, the breakthrough work that I did. And his chiropractor noticed that he said, my patient comes to me about once a year with a car accident. I think there might be something psychological to this. Can you help him? And I said, I believe I can. So we looked and saw that it was never his fault. He was always hit by someone. And we looked back in his childhood and found out that yes, indeed, when he was a child, he was put down. He was hit, especially verbally, and told, you can't do that. You can't have that. You don't deserve that. And so in his adult life, whenever he would begin to succeed or get ahead, he would have a car accident because it's self-fulfilling, right? We hear what we hear something in childhood and we internalize that to where even when we're grown up, we are still telling this to ourselves. And so we carry this negative inner parent, this inner critical negative inner parent with us into childhood, and so that even if the parent is not still telling us that, we are still telling ourselves that. And that reminds me of a story of a little elephant who was tethered to a little stake in the ground in a circus, and that kept him there, kept him from wandering away. And as he grew up, you know, this elephant knew that, you know, when he was tethered to that little stake, that he could not leave. But as he grew up, he thought that stake still held him. And he did not challenge the stake or pull it up or walk away when he could have. As he grew up, he was bigger than that little stake. He could easily have pulled it up and just walked away. But he was so used to that stake defining his freedom and limiting him and keeping him where he was that he became obedient or slave to that stake in the ground when he didn't need to be. Now he was grown up, he was bigger than that stake, he could have pulled it up, taken it with him, thrown it away. And that is the way it is with our negative programming from childhood. And so that's what I help people to do, to realize they're big now and that they can change things. Some of the results that I've gotten is there was a young man who came to me, a network marketer, and he wanted to break through to his next rank. And he wanted to break through to 6 figures. He had been hovering on that 6-figure level for a long time and hadn't been able to break through that ceiling. So he came to me. We did a bunch of personal growth work, and then we did skills work. And then he did a 60-day challenge, and it worked. He not only broke through his rank and into 6 figures, but he broke through 2 ranks. And although I've had this happen now with several people that I've worked with, I must say that these results are not typical. Most people take longer than this, but it can happen. It can happen. I have several top earners now in network marketing who are referring people to me when they know that they're stuck and they don't know how to get out. when they're afraid of making their calls. And guess what? Even some top earners are afraid of making calls, believe it or not. So you don't need to feel alone. These are people that they send people who have hit a ceiling and they want to bust through that. I also, besides mindset and personal growth rate crews, I also teach the 7 skills that Eric Worre teaches, where you find people to talk to and invite them to look at your business and present and then follow up and sign them up and train them right and get them to events. So I teach both skills and mindset. I happen to also help people in the business, relationships, and health, right? So there's 3 main areas in life, right? Health, wealth, and love. And I help with all 3 of those. Help people to have more successful businesses, to have better relationships of all type, and better health, including losing weight or more energy. Being a holistic health practitioner and on a really healthy diet myself for about 40 years, it works. People say, oh, well, you know, you look real fit and healthy. And I am for my age. So I walk my talk, folks. I offer private coaching for network marketers and for everyone, really, in those areas. I teach a school for network marketers, and I help them through challenges like I did the young man who broke through 2 ranks. I also have a lot of free stuff that I offer people so that network marketers can be in control of their dreams and their life, so that they can influence an amazing team, and so that they can make a residual and income for years to come. If you wonder if coaching is for you or someone you know, you can tell them that, or they wonder if we're a good fit. You can tell them to private message me to get a 30-minute complimentary coaching session, where together we will identify where they want to go and what they need to do to get there. So I would love if you let people know what I do, because I would like to help as many people as I can. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do. So thank you all for listening, and if also if you think of someone who can use this, I will put some links that for some free self-coaching lessons that you may also like. I'll put those in the post for you. And thank you again for those who are coming on. I'm going to send a little wave, and we'll see you all next time. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.